Hello, I'm Louise Hay from BeHealing.com and welcome to the third lesson of the Healing Path to Abundance. This lesson is about right relationship. And so you may think that there's not a correlation or a connection between relationship and abundance, but there is. And so law of attraction states that we attract towards us like energy to ourselves. And so this means that every relationship, every person that we have in our lives, every relationship, every interaction that we have in our lives, we have drawn towards us through the law of attraction by our energy that we're giving out. This means that all the people in our lives are like a mirror reflection of ourselves. And so the relationships that we have in our lives, every relationship, not just romantic relationships, family relationships, friends, colleagues, everybody that we have around us, or people maybe that are just our customers that we're attracting, everybody, every person that's within our lives and our experience, we're attracting towards us. And we're attracting them towards us because they're a mirror to our own energy. And so the people around you are showing you your relationship with yourself. They're an indicator of your relationship with yourself. And so, for instance, if you have abundance issues and you're not feeling worthy and you're not charging very much for your services, or you're not feeling like you should be paid very much, then the people you attract around you are going to have those same feelings. And so you're going to attract those that don't think you're worthy. They don't think they're worthy either, and they certainly don't think you're worthy because they don't think anyone's worthy. And so when you view it this way, and you view your relationships and how they are in every aspect of your life, they are indicators of where you are on your abundance path. And so, for instance, on my abundance path, when I was in a time where I was not feeling worthy and I wasn't charging very much for my services, and I was wanting to help people for free, that was my main aim, was just to help as many people as possible. And so I wasn't charging much for my services. I was attracting people who would complain about even the low prices that I had, that would say that they wanted it for free. And the free things that I was doing, people would complain about what they'd received for free as well even. And so that, me being in that abundance issue, was attracting like-minded people around me. And so they were showing me where I had these abundance issues. And so first of all, I felt like arguing with them because my mind was telling me that I'm worthy of more than this, but I wasn't asking for more than that. I wasn't setting myself at that level, even though I knew that I was worthy of more. And so I was attracting those people that would give me those lessons. And so, of course, first I argued with them. And when I realised that I was actually arguing with myself, because it was me that was setting my value, it was me that was putting the prices on my website, it wasn't them. Once I realised that I could put my prices up and then start attracting those kind of people, the people that would really value my work. And so that's one example of it. And so if you find you're having people around you who aren't valuing you, it's because you're not valuing yourself first. Another, in personal relationships as well, not just working relationships and how people are valuing you, look at it in your personal relationships. And so if you're having like family members around you or friends around you who don't really value themselves, who don't really value you, maybe they put you down, maybe they tell you how worthless you are, or just make you feel worthless in the things that they say to you, then that's a clear indicator that you are not feeling worthy within yourself. Because when you feel worthy within yourself, you have a completely different energy, and people pick up on that energy. And even people that have known you for a very long time will feel your energy, and they won't even dare to tell you that you're not worthy anymore. They will feel kind of diminished compared to your energy if they haven't raised up at the same time, and so that they will not want to tell you of your lack of worth anymore, because they're not feeling it from you anymore, even if that's a conscious thing or not with them. And so, for example, you would have felt the same thing. Imagine meeting a celebrity or meeting, say, a billionaire, and when you're in their presence, or someone very powerful, maybe a king or a queen, or someone that has more of abundance or more power than you have. When you actually meet that person, if you were face to face with that person, they would feel you'd feel kind of diminished by that. You would not feel to be your whole self, and you would feel a lesser person than that, and you would not dare to tell them that they're not worthy if your worth wasn't matching theirs. Okay, and so the same principle will apply to you. Is when you're releasing your abundance issues, the people around you will start mirroring that back to yourself. And so what happened with me is, as I was working on my worthiness issues, and so raising my prices and bringing in customers that I could help more, bringing more customers to me, because I was pricing myself at the right point so I could bring more customers to me. I noticed in my personal life that I was letting go of those people who had abundance issues, who I'd matched before, so friends that weren't matching me, that had abundance issues, that were kind of my match at the time. I felt like I didn't have anything in common with them anymore, and so I was releasing them. And at the same time as releasing them, making space in my life for new friends to come in. Now, these new friends that were coming in were much more abundant people, much more confident people, people who knew their self-worth and who were standing in that. I had CEOs of companies and rich people and famous people starting to come to me because I'd raised my self-worth. And so this is the process that will happen with you too. But it's important to know that it's up to you to raise the bar first. And so to raise your worthiness level requires you to let go of those people who have been matching. And this can kind of feel hard to do, because you'll feel like you're in a tribe, okay? It's like a club of people who all have the same kind of lack energy. The ones that get together and they complain about their lives, or they complain about not having enough money to do things, or feeling tired, or complaining about, the whole lack thing. And it can be very tempting to hold yourself back abundantly and in your self-worth, because you want to carry on matching them, because you don't want to break with tribe. And this is a common issue that occurs, in that people don't want to break tribe. They want to stay in that same group of people with the friends that they have. And I'm here to tell you that you're not going to be able to experience abundance if you do that. You need to be prepared to leave those people behind with blessings, not with judgment, with blessings, just moving forward within yourself and letting them go, knowing that when you let anything go in your life, whether it's friends or family or anything, or anybody, you create space within your life. And when you create space within your life, the universe can fill that space up with something that's more aligned with you. And so what happens is you start bringing toward you people who are kind of that same energy match as you abundantly. And so that progression goes too when you take the next step up. So you'll leave them behind. If they're not coming up with you, you'll leave them behind, and you'll start attracting more people that are aligned with you toward you. And this is like the general process of life. This happens with everything, not just abundance. It will happen with emotional issues, and so you'll find that if you have certain emotional issues, you'll have people with those similar emotional issues all around you, and as you release it, you need to let them go, and then you'll bring friends with maybe new issues that match issues that you haven't yet looked at. And so this process always happens because we've got the law of attraction, which is kind of causing everything to happen, really. It's causing mirrors to be put all around you to show you what's going on inside of yourself. And so the big part about right relations is to use relationships around you as an indicator of how you're doing on your abundance journey. not to fight against those who are reflecting back to you what's inside yourself. So in other words, if you see somebody who has an abundance issue that you don't want anymore inside of you, it's no good in arguing with that person. It's no good in trying to convince that person. You need to convince yourself. And sometimes when you have that feeling of wanting to convince someone else, what you're actually doing, what your spirit is actually doing, is convincing yourself. So you might as well talk to a mirror as to talk to that other person, because it might not be on their path, what you're saying to them, but it's definitely on your path, because it's you that's feeling that I'm not really a match to what this person's about anymore. I'm not really a match to this abundance issue that this person has anymore, because I want to break free of that. And so the important thing is to break free of it within yourself. And this is the core behind the healing path to anything, is that it's in the recognition of everything being an indicator. Everything, every experience, every person around you being an indicator of what it is that you need to release within your life in order to move forward in the area that you want to move forward with. So romantic relationships, okay, so this is a moot point for a lot of people, because our society has kind of thought that relationships, you should kind of find one relationship early on in life and stay with that relationship all of your life. And that is unlikely to happen if you are growing and expanding within yourself. You'll be a very lucky person to have found early in life that person that's going to grow and expand in the same way as you and always be aligned with your energy through the law of attraction. It is possible though, but it's better to be more fluid about romantic relationships, because as you grow, so will your needs and desires and the people that match you. And so this can be a contradiction for many people in their beliefs. And so imagine if you're with a partner, a romantic partner, and you have the desire to experience abundance, but your romantic partner is quite happy with the lifestyle that they have no desire to experience more. That maybe their focus is on another part of their life and developing something else. Okay? And many of us have had this in our own lives. There's a certain point that you're wanting to experience abundance, and there's other points where someone might tell you want to experience abundance, but really you're more concerned in something else. You're more concerned maybe in getting your message out, or you're more concerned in dealing with your emotional issues and things like this. And so the path to abundance isn't for everyone. And so if you're in a romantic relationship with someone like this, then that is completely different wants out of life, and so you're not going to grow in the same direction if that's the case. However, if you both have the same desires and you are working on your abundance issues, you're following this path, and your partner has the desires but isn't yet working on the path, then you have something in common. Okay? And so it's really important in that relationship, if you want that relationship to carry on, to involve your partner in this process too, so that you can both grow together at the same time. Because if you don't grow together at the same time, you're going to end up on a completely different abundance level, attracting people around you who are of that abundance level. They're going to be on a completely different level, not be comfortable with those people that you're attracting around you, and conflict is going to happen because of that. And so the romantic relationship that you're in is a key to abundance, because unless you can, if they're not a match to you, unless you can actually let that relationship go, if it's not moving with you, then you're going to hold yourself back on the abundance path. If you imagine it like elastic bands attached to your back, and you're trying to move forward, but you're not wanting to let go of one of these elastic bands, you're just not going to be able to move forward. It's going to take a lot of effort to take a step forward. And even then, once you let the tension on your muscles go, that elastic band is going to pull you right back again. And so it has that effect. This is the reason why it's so important to let go of friends who are not matching you, to let go of lovers that aren't matching you, so that you can move forward and make space for those people that do match you. and that allows you to grow, because then the people that you meet are going to teach you something new about that level of abundance, and so you'll keep on progressing in this area. It's all in an attempt to kind of allow yourself to flow with the universe, not to have resistance to the universe, to flow with it, to flow on this abundance path, and allow those people that are a match to you, or the ones that can teach you, to come into your life. And another point about relationships is, I've said that they're an indicator of where you are on your abundance path. They can show you very clearly where your self-worth is at, what level your self-worth is at. And so inside your head, you might have an idea of your self-worth and how much you're worth and that you're a worthy person. But your heart might not yet match that. And so this will show up, say if you were charging prices for your work which were low, but you knew that your work was value was much higher than that. So you knew you were providing great value for that small amount that you were charging. Now, the way that would be reflected to you in your relationships would be, you would know that you're worthy of having a good relationship, yet you would still say yes to those partners or those kind of friends who aren't really a match to that. You kind of settle for less in relationships. And if that's you, then this is a clear indicator that your heart is not aligned with how your mind values you. And so it's really important to get those matching. And so look at any area within your life, any people that are within your life, any relationships that you keep on forming that are not a match to going ahead. It's so important to have the right people around you. And if you don't have the right people around you in order to grow in abundance, then you need to look at these people and see what it is about them, what they're showing you about yourself. Because it's all about you. There's nothing that's outside of you at all. If you have anybody in your life who is making you feel undervalued or unworthy in some way, it is a reflection. You have that unworthiness in yourself, and it's a reflection of what's inside of you. And so rather than push against those people, keep them in your life for a while to show you what is going on inside of yourself. And when you do feel worthy, those people won't even have that same effect to you. They won't even try to make you feel unworthy. They will feel your power, they'll feel your worthiness and your knowledge of that, and they won't even want to try and convince you otherwise. And so don't resist these people. Just allow them to release by themselves or change their behavior towards you. If you find that you are consistently choosing people in your life or choosing romantic relationships which aren't good for you, then you might want to have a look at doing my Attracting Your Soulmate class as well. But that can be a clear indicator of you not valuing yourself in other ways. And this abundance path, it's this self-value and self-worth. You can't grow it in one area without growing it in another area. And so this is why relationships are really important. So if you find that you're not having good relationships, yet you're trying to increase your abundance levels and work on this, then maybe it's a good idea to stop your focus on abundance for a while and have a look at relationships. And so what I want you to do for the exercise today is write down all of the people that you think that make you feel like you're not worthy, whether it's customers, clients, family, friends, people you're attracting towards you, people that you're choosing to have relationships with, and take a close look at each one of those and how they make you feel, and search within yourself for what it actually is, what it is within yourself. Because it's only when you can clear that energy out of yourself and get yourself feeling worthy, that you'll be able to feel the benefits of that, and others around you will change. Now, the most important reason that I'm talking about relationships is I want to tell you the power of having the right relationships around you on your abundance path. When you have aligned yourself with yourself at the level that you're at, and you have the self-worth at the right level, and I'm going to talk about that in further lessons as well, you're going to be attracting all those people who are either at that level or just above that level. The ones that are just above that level are there in your life to teach you, to be able to give guidance for shifting up to their level. Okay? And when you have people like this in your life, whether it's a romantic partner who is fully supporting you and at your level, or whether it's friends that are at your level, or whether it's professional people, maybe in your business, that are at your level, that provides extra energy, extra manifestational energy for you. So imagine when you're manifesting something in your life, you're using your belief, your thoughts, and your feelings, getting in alignment with that, and the power of your energy is attracting from the universe that match towards you. And so that's a powerful thing. Now imagine if you have a partner who is fully believing in you, fully wanting the same thing, and you're focusing your energy together in the same way toward what you want to manifest together. You have got more than twice the energy, because their belief in you, your belief in them, it just grows and grows and grows that energy, and so what you will manifest will be much bigger. Now when you're talking about a group of people who are all aligned and all wanting the same things for each other and respecting each other and supporting each other in that, then that manifestational energy, if you've got 10 people doing that, the manifestational energy is 1,000 times what it would be if it were just you. On the other hand, if you're manifesting something and it's your energy, and you have people around you who do not support that, who aren't wanting that, your energy is diminished, and it's going to be hard for you to manifest with that energy. And this is the reason that groups of people who are on the same level, who are wanting to manifest things, similar things to each other, and who all support each other and help each other out. Some people call that a mastermind group, where you have people around you or have a connection. Maybe you'll have a weekly meeting. Maybe it's just a Facebook group with a group of people who are all kind of on your level but wanting more, and you're sharing ideas and you're supporting each other in the steps that you're taking. That has so much power in it and so much value in having a group like that. And you can make your life be like this just by releasing those people that aren't aligned with you anymore. You can have this amazing manifestational power around you. As you develop on this journey of the relationships, the relationships around you, and them being aligned with where you're going or where you want to be or where you're at right now, and you've got none of the people that are kind of behind you or low down on the abundance scale around you, once you're really kind of settled in that, you're going to start attracting even higher steps above you, and so those people will come into your lives, maybe someone who's famous, maybe someone that's at the top of the profession, maybe a billionaire, or someone who's doing something really similar to what you want to achieve, who can help you with that. And that person will come into your life, or you'll have the chance to meet them and see them for the very purpose of you getting to know how you're feeling within yourself and whether you're aligned to that yet. It's only in knowing the distance, kind of feeling the distance from where you want to be as to where you are now, that allows you to step forward even more. Okay? And so someone will come in your life that there is quite a distance from where you are right now, but it's where you want to be. And as you meet that person, you will feel what it is that you need to work on. So you might feel a little bit diminished. You might think, well, okay, that means that my self-worth isn't at a level that this billionaire's self-worth is at, or this powerful person that I'm meeting. And so it gives you something to work on. In that state of feeling diminished, that might be thoughts that pop into your head, like things like, my family, this person is just so far removed from my family, or or the abundance levels that my family's at, and that will show you that you're still kind of connected to the family tribe. When you have thoughts like that, it's showing you that you're still wanting to keep a foot in that tribe instead of kind of leaving them behind with blessings, but leaving them behind. It's still an emotional connection to a lack kind of group. And so all of these clues are put before you when you're on this abundance journey. And the more you can go with it, and the more you can have those people around you that are going to help you grow and are growing with you, the more powerful it becomes. And so write that list of all the people that are in your life that you feel aren't aligned with you abundantly or in any kind of self-worth way, and go through each one in detail. This might take you some time, and it might actually help you to go see that person or be in contact with that person, just to explore it even more, to see why you want to have that person in your life and what it is that they're showing you that's within yourself. And so it might be someone that makes you feel unworthy. You might think it's them that's doing that to you, but in actual fact it's your lack of self-worth which is bringing them towards you. And so this is a really good exercise, and probably an ongoing exercise to do as well. If you're having trouble with unraveling these things, and this often happens with my customers, you can get a reading from me, or you can come along to the webinar and ask. There might be someone in your life and you can't figure out what it is. They make you feel terrible, and you feel like they're holding you back, but they just, even if it's not them that's within your life, even if you kind of push away from them and get rid of them, someone else just like them comes into your life. And so this is when the universe just keeps on showing you, keeps on giving you the keys to how it is, what it is that you need to release to move forward. And it can be tricky. It can be tricky to figure that out yourself sometimes. And so that's why myself and the psychics at Be Healing are here to help you with that. And so, for instance, a customer today was having a problem with a relationship, and that couldn't understand why this person was still in her life, even though he wasn't a match with her at all. And felt like holding her back, and so I used my psychic skills in order to be able to tell her why, and what the lessons were about, and what she needed to release. And so that's really important. And so thank you for listening to this lesson, and good luck with your relationships. As I said, this is really powerful, because once you actually learn to master this whole process of letting people go and moving on, and letting people go and moving on, you start attracting so many amazing people around you who are doing the same things as you, doing similar things to you, and that energy is just so powerful, and will project you forward on your abundance path so quickly and with so much joy too. It's always great to share things in life. Sometimes something is nothing unless it's shared with someone else, and you don't need romantic partners to be able to do that with. You just need to be open to letting go of the people that have been in your life and allowing new people to come in. Because it's always in the space, it's always when you make space in your life that the universe can provide you with better matches for yourself. So thank you, and I look forward to the next lesson. Bye!